Last year, I wrote a single sentence in my journal. I live in my dream house by the ocean. At that time, I was stuck in a tiny apartment in the city, barely making ends meet. 3 months later, my phone rang. It was my aunt, calling to tell me she was moving abroad and wanted someone to take care of her beach house. She asked if I would live there, rent-free, in exchange for maintaining the property. This wasn't just luck or coincidence. This was the power of written words coming to life. What if I told you that every time you write something down, you're not just putting words on paper, you're actually sending a powerful message to the universe? That pen in your hand isn't just a writing tool. It's your personal magic wand, ready to cast spells that can change your entire life. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science. Think about it. We all write things down every day. Shopping lists, to-do tasks, maybe even angry letters we never send. But what if you knew that everything you write could actually come true? What if you discovered that the simple act of writing down your dreams could turn them into reality? This isn't just positive thinking. This is about tapping into one of the most powerful forces in the universe, the power of written intention. Right now, millions of people are feeling stuck. They're sitting at home, scrolling through social media, looking at other people living their dream lives, and wondering, why not me? They spend hours thinking about what they want, wishing for better relationships, dreaming of dream jobs, hoping for financial freedom. But here's the painful truth. 92% of people never achieve their dreams. Want to know why? Because they never learned the secret of turning thoughts into reality through the power of writing. Stop for a moment and think about your biggest dream. Maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's finding true love. Maybe it's traveling the world or buying your dream home. Now, let me ask you something. Where is that dream right now? Is it just floating around in your head, showing up in daydreams but never becoming real? What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and that dream is a pen and paper? Every day you don't write down your dreams, they drift further away. Every day you keep your desires locked in your head instead of putting them on paper, you're missing out on the universe's most powerful manifestation tool. But after watching this video, you'll never let another dream slip away again. Because I'm going to show you exactly how to write in a way that makes the universe sit up and pay attention. When you write something down, something magical happens in your brain. It's like turning on a spotlight in a dark room. Suddenly, everything becomes clearer, more focused, more real. This isn't just some nice idea. It's a scientific fact. When you write by hand, you activate parts of your brain that stay dormant when you're just thinking or typing. It's like switching on a powerful manifestation engine that's been sitting idle your whole life. But here's what makes writing so special. It bridges the gap between your inner and outer world. Think about ancient civilizations and their sacred texts. They didn't just speak their important truths. They wrote them down. The Egyptians carved hieroglyphics into their pyramids. The Romans etched their laws into stone. The monks of Tibet carefully wrote their mantras on prayer wheels. They all understood something we're only rediscovering now. Written words have power. Real, measurable, life-changing power. Let me show you how this works in real life. When you write down a goal, you're doing 3 powerful things at once. First, you're telling your brain, this is important, pay attention. Second, You're creating a physical record of your intention, which makes it more real than any thought could ever be. And third, this is the really exciting part. You're sending a clear signal to the universe about what you want. It's like placing an order with the cosmic kitchen. But instead of just thinking about what you want for dinner, you're writing down the exact meal you desire, with all the ingredients and specifications. The amazing thing about writing is that it works whether you believe in it or not. Just like gravity doesn't care if you believe in it. If you jump off a building, you're going down either way. The power of written words works the same way. Every time you write something with intention, you set forces in motion that are bigger than your beliefs, bigger than your doubts, bigger than your fears. Think of it this way. Your written words are like seeds. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't need to believe it will grow. You don't need to understand how photosynthesis works. You just need to plant it in good soil, water it, and let nature do its thing. Your written intentions work the same way. You don't need to understand all the spiritual and quantum physics behind it. You just need to write them down properly, and the universe will take care of the rest. But here's something crucial you need to know. Not all writing is created equal. Just like there's a difference between throwing seeds on concrete and carefully planting them in fertile soil, there's a difference between ordinary writing and writing that manifests. Regular writing is like having a casual conversation. Manifestation writing is like giving the universe a direct order. And in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to write in a way that the universe can't ignore. I've seen this work in my own life so many times it's almost scary. Besides the beach house story I told you earlier, I've manifested jobs, relationships, opportunities, and even specific objects through the power of written words. I once wrote down that I wanted to find my grandmother's lost ring, something that had been missing for over a decade. 2 weeks later, my mom called me in tears. She had been cleaning out an old box, and guess what she found? That exact ring. This isn't about being special or gifted. This is about understanding and using a natural law that's available to everyone. Think of it like electricity. 200 years ago, electricity seemed like magic. Only a few people understood it, and even fewer knew how to use it. Now, we all use it every day without thinking twice about it. The power of written manifestation is exactly the same. It's a natural force that's always been there, waiting for us to understand and use it. But remember, this isn't about writing a wish list to Santa. This is about learning to communicate with the universe in its own language. When you master this skill, you'll never look at a pen and paper the same way again. Every time you sit down to write, you'll know that you're not just recording thoughts, you're creating your future, one word at a time. Let's talk about what actually happens in your brain when you write. You see, there's something almost magical that occurs when your hand moves across paper. Your brain doesn't just think, it lights up like a Christmas tree. Scientists have discovered that when you write by hand, both sides of your brain start dancing together. The logical left side and the creative right side join forces in a way that doesn't happen when you're just thinking or typing. Think about what happens when you write your name. You've done it thousands of times, but each time, your brain treats it like a new piece of art. Your fingers grip the pen, and suddenly, dozens of muscles in your hand start working together. Signals zip through your nervous system like electricity through wires. This physical connection between your brain and the paper creates a neural pathway that's much stronger than just thinking about something. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you write something down, your brain treats it as if it's already happening. It's like watching a movie where you're the star. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's written. That's why athletes who write down their training goals actually get stronger, even on days they don't work out. Their brains are already laying down the pathways for success. Now let me share the 3 golden rules that will turn your writing into a manifestation powerhouse. First rule: always write in the present tense. Don't write, "I will be rich," or "I want to find love." Instead, write, "I am rich," or "I am in a loving relationship." When you write in the present tense, you're telling your brain and the universe that this isn't just a wish. It's happening right now. Let me show you why this matters so much. When you write "I will," your brain puts it in the someday file. But when you write "I am," your brain starts looking for ways to make it true right now. It's like the difference between saying, "I'll start my diet tomorrow," and "I am healthy." One is a future promise that's easy to break. The other is a present reality that your brain wants to match. The second rule is to be crystal clear. Don't write, "I want more money." Write, "I am receiving $5,000 monthly through my online business." Don't write, "I want to be healthier." Write, "I am easily maintaining my ideal weight of 150 pounds and running 5 miles every morning." The universe is like a restaurant kitchen. The more specific your order, the more likely you are to get exactly what you want. And here's the third rule, the one most people miss. Include your feelings. Don't just write what you want. Write how it feels to have it. Instead of, "I am living in my dream house," write, "I am living in my dream house, feeling peaceful and grateful every time I walk through my beautiful garden." Emotions are the fuel that powers your manifestations. They're like the difference between sending a text message and giving someone a warm hug. Now, let's talk about the mistakes that can block your manifestations faster than a wall blocks water. The biggest one? Writing about what you don't want. Your brain and the universe don't understand don't or not. When you write, "I don't want to be broke anymore," all your brain focuses on is broke. It's like telling someone, "Don't think about pink elephants." What's the first thing they think about? Pink elephants? Instead, flip every negative into a positive. Don't write, "I don't want to be lonely." Write, "I am surrounded by loving friends who appreciate and support me." Don't write, "I want to get out of debt." Write, "I am financially free and enjoying abundant wealth." See the difference? One focuses on the problem, the other on the solution. Another huge mistake is being wishy-washy with your words. People write things like, "I would like to maybe possibly have a better job someday." That's not a manifestation. That's a wish sandwich. The universe doesn't respond to maybe. It responds to certainty. Write with confidence, even if you don't feel confident yet. Write, "I am excelling in my dream job as a marine biologist, making a positive impact on ocean conservation." Be bold. Be clear. Be specific. The third major mistake is focusing too much on other people. You can't write, "John will fall in love with me," or "My boss will give me a raise." Why? Because you can't control other people's free will. Instead, write about your own experience. "I am in a loving, committed relationship with someone who adores me," or "I am earning an excellent salary that reflects my true value." Focus on what you can control, your own reality. Let me tell you about Sarah, one of my students. She kept writing about how her ex-boyfriend would come back to her. Nothing happened for months. Then she changed her writing to focus on herself. I am in a loving relationship that brings out the best in me. 2 weeks later, she met someone new, someone far better for her than her ex ever was. The universe had something better planned, but it couldn't deliver until she let go of trying to control someone else's choices. There's a certain magic in timing when it comes to writing your manifestations. The early morning hours, just as the sun is rising, hold special power. This is when your mind is fresh, before it gets cluttered with the day's worries. It's like having a direct line to the universe when the phone lines aren't busy. Spend just 10 minutes writing your intentions while the world is still quiet, and watch how the entire day shifts in your favor. Nighttime writing carries its own special energy. Right before you go to sleep, your brain enters a different state. It's more open, more receptive. Whatever you write in those last few minutes before sleep gets processed by your subconscious mind all night long. It's like planting seeds in fertile soil and letting them grow while you rest. Many of my students keep their manifestation journals right by their beds, making it the last thing they touch before drifting off to sleep. But here's a secret that not many people know about. Writing during a full moon can supercharge your manifestations. The moon's energy has been pulling and pushing the ocean tides for millions of years. That same energy can help pull your desires into reality. Think about it. If the moon is strong enough to move entire oceans, imagine what it can do for your written intentions. Where you write matters just as much as when you write. Your manifestation writing deserves better than scattered sticky notes or random scraps of paper. Think of your writing tools as sacred instruments. That special notebook you've been saving for something important? This is what it's been waiting for. That beautiful pen you never use? It's time to let it fulfill its purpose. The color of your ink might seem like a small detail, but it can make a big difference. Blue ink connects with truth and communication. Purple links to spiritual power. Green resonates with abundance and growth. Red ignites passion and action. Choose your ink color based on what you're trying to manifest. But remember, the most powerful color is the one that feels right to you. Digital writing can work, but there's something special about putting pen to paper. When you write by hand, you're doing more than recording words. You're creating energy. Each letter you form is like a tiny piece of art, carrying your intention into the physical world. The pressure of your pen, the flow of your writing, even the way you cross your T's and dot your I's, it all matters. It's all part of the manifestation process. Let me share some real stories that will show you just how powerful this practice can be. There's Maria, who wrote every day about working from home months before anyone had heard of COVID-19. When the pandemic hit, she was offered a remote position that paid more than her office job. She hadn't specifically asked for a pandemic, thank goodness, but her written intention for working from home manifested in an unexpected way. Then there's James, a struggling artist. He started writing about selling his paintings for $1,000 each. People told him he was crazy. He'd never sold anything for more than $100. But he wrote it down every day. I'm selling my artwork for $1,000 per piece to buyers who truly value my work. 6 months later, a gallery owner saw his work online. Now James can't paint fast enough to keep up with the demand, and yes, his pieces sell for $1,000 or more. My favorite story is about Lisa, a single mom who wrote about finding her perfect home. She was specific: 3 bedrooms, a garden for her kids, in a safe neighborhood, within her budget. She wrote it down every morning and evening. 3 weeks later, her friend mentioned an elderly neighbor who needed to sell quickly and wanted a young family to have her home. The price? Exactly what Lisa could afford. The house? Exactly what she had written about, right down to the garden she had described in her journal. Now it's your turn to start writing your future into existence. Tonight, when you're alone and quiet, take out a piece of paper. Don't worry about getting it perfect. Just write down one thing you want to manifest. Remember the rules we talked about: present tense, specific details, include feelings. Write it as if it's already happening. Start small if you want to build your confidence. Write about finding a perfect parking spot, receiving an unexpected gift, or having a beautiful conversation with a friend. As you see these smaller manifestations come true, your confidence will grow. Then you can move on to bigger dreams, that dream job, perfect relationship, or ideal home. The key is consistency. Write every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Each time you write, you're strengthening your connection to the universal energy that makes manifestation possible. You're training your brain to look for opportunities that match your written intentions. You're literally programming your future, one word at a time. Remember, your words have power, more power than you've ever imagined. Every time you put pen to paper, you're not just writing, you're creating. You're sending ripples through the universe that will come back to you as waves of manifestation. The simple act of writing down your desires with intention is one of the most powerful tools you have for creating the life you want. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Don't wait until you fully understand how it works. Don't wait until you believe it's possible. Just start writing. The universe is waiting for your instructions, and your pen is the magic wand you've had all along. Your future is quite literally in your hands, or more specifically, in your writing hand. The only question now is, what will you write first? What dream will you bring to life through the power of your written words? The page is blank, the pen is ready, and the universe is waiting to make your written words come true. Start writing your new reality today, and watch as the magic unfolds in ways you never thought possible. Take your next step right now. Grab your pen, find your paper, and write your first intention. Then leave a comment below telling me what you're manifesting. Together, we're not just writing words, we're writing miracles, and I can't wait to hear your success story. Remember, everything you write can come true. The power has always been yours. Now you know how to use it. Your next chapter begins with the next word you write. Make it count.